Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fun-filled and exciting episode of Kinda Creepy. I'm Jason Emmett.
Twisted Kid Matt. And joining us today,
they're back in the background.
we got Scott, Ace, and Tom Stewart, and kind of from Behind the Funny. Yeah, they're all from Behind the Funny. Yeah, Tom is a paranormal investigator / comedian / all-around awesome guy that we're meeting for the first time here.
Well, easy on the awesome guy.
Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, what I've heard from him, he seems pretty cool. So
No, Tom's awesome.
I'm all right.
So we a couple weeks ago we mentioned that we were going to be doing this, and there's a reason we're doing this. Is people out there might be going like, why are you guys doing a horror podcast with comedians on it? And there's a specific reason why we're doing that. Do you guys want to like kind of share what that reason is? And we also want to tell everybody to go listen to their show all the time, but in October especially.
Yeah, because Aceto is a jerk.
All right, so let's get this. Yeah, that's a different one. That's Scott's solo podcast. Are you guys explicit? Because I know that.
Oh yeah, you can say whatever you want.
Real word he wanted to say.
Yeah, I really wanted to let loose there. But
my mom listens, but she's heard it all, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So give you a little bit of background. We've been doing this comedy podcast called Behind the Funny. Scott started it 9 years ago. We're on our 9th season. We interview comics, comic actors,
writers,
producers,
showrunners.
And what happened was the whole concept of the show is behind the funny. What do comics do when they're off stage?
Yeah, who are they when they're not on stage being who they are?
Yeah, and so one year I was like, oh, it's October. It's Halloween time. Let's talk to Tom. We've had Tom on as a comic, Tom Stewart, our buddy. We've had him on as a comic, but we knew that he was a paranormal investigator. So I said, hey, it's October. Let's bring on Tom to talk about his past in paranormal investigations. And so we had him on, and Tom was playing us some EVPs. And all of a sudden, Scott, who's normally very, very vocal on our podcast and chatty,
very talkative,
shot out of a cannon, as I like
screw
to
you
say.
Both. Seriously.
All of a sudden, Scott got really, really quiet, and he had beads of sweat all over his head. And I just looked at him and I said, hey, man, are you okay? Like, this is the quietest I've ever seen you. And he goes, I don't like this shit. And that's all I needed to hear
now
to expand it.
Now, in all fairness,
fair.
I don't watch the investigation shows. I'm not into all that stuff. And Tom, as I've learned over the years, I mean, he is really into this. He really approaches it scientifically. He and he brought in some real evidence. So that made the scare factor like with an exponent of 10 next to it, because the stuff he played just kind of shook me to my core that very first time, because I've always just avoided that stuff as much as I could. Like, I knew it existed, it was out there, but I don't need to watch it. I don't need to be involved in it. And here these two were like, playground bullies holding me on the ground going, listen to this, watch this.
Eat the moldy cheese.
Yeah, eat it. And, I was like, holy crap, I can't believe this stuff exists. Like, I've heard of an EVP, but I never heard one.
Yeah.
So I was experiencing a lot of this stuff for the first time that episode, and I didn't sleep for a week. I had to throw out my underwear I wore that night. It was kind of a unique experience. It really was.
And that blew up into every year you'd have me back at Halloween.
Yeah, the next year we had him back, and
let's do it for the whole month of October.
And it was one of our listeners that one year wrote in, and Jen, and she goes, "You guys should just call October Scottober." Yeah. And it stuck, and it grew into what it became now, where Ace, his challenge every year is to find guests that will literally make me shit my pants. That's what Scottober has become.
That's my challenge every year.
And
so far I've done it.
He's getting very good at it. We have some recurring guests that literally come in and say, we need to up our game because they need to get there every year. And then he invites new guests. And I love when they say, "Hey, we need a demonologist." No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we
Actually,
don't.
he messaged me today.
Oh, did he?
Oh, good.
Oh,
good.
so you guys have a resident demonologist now. That's
all
cool.
right.
That's
That's
cool.
nice.
Whatever night that is, I have something else to do.
No, you don't.
Actually, he's here right now.
Hey, come on in, Carl.
These two get way too much enjoyment out of it, like next level enjoyment.
But
out
you
of this
have
stuff.
made it difficult because you're becoming more and more immune to it now.
It's
That's
not
what
immune.
happens.
It's not immune.
You're much more brave.
And
Yeah.
and we
you
can
were
get
in the
into
beginning.
a little more over the years how it's grown and what we've done and stuff like that. Tom is an excellent kind of guide through this world, and explaining it and showing stuff and everything like that. So I got to give him props because the way he approaches it, it's not a scare factor thing as much as it is interest and the scientific side of it.
Yeah.
Even to the point where one time we were on an investigation.
Oh, we'll tell that story.
And
The noise.
And all of a sudden we heard, it was right down the street from my house is one of the most haunted locations in New England. And we were in
that
there.
was my first investigation.
Yeah, but we heard
All right.
something and Scott was like, "What's that? Did you hear that? Was that a growl?" And Tom was like, "No, that was a motorcycle going by."
No, we're in the attic of this famously haunted place where they always get, some kind of evidence. And there's an entity that's known to growl in the attic because this entity does not like people up there. So, of course, let's start there, of all places. Scott's first investigation, let's go to the man that growls at people that are there. So Tom's, I'm like stuck to Tom like, I'm his Siamese twin. I'm right on side of him. Ace is around the corner, and Tom's doing his EVP session. All of a sudden, I hear this loud noise, and I go, "Tom, was that it? Did you just hear that?" And he goes, "That's someone with a loud muffler outside." So he's asking questions, he's recording, and all of a sudden, I think it was like 5-6 minutes later, I go, "There's that noise again." He goes, "Same car going the other way."
It was a liquor store run.
Yeah, they were just going to the liquor store. They're going the other way.
I was going to say packy run, but they wouldn't know what that means.
Yeah. So these two just pretty much tortured me the rest of the night on that one. Yeah.
So what's interesting is
You guys talk.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of where this all started and came from.
So we met you guys through a whole different show we used to do,
Right.
and we stopped doing that. There's a whole story behind why, but
Yeah.
we were discussing the
Specific
fact that
R&B singer from the 70s is kind of
we
fucked
won't
up our
mention his
lives.
name because shit just gets taken down every time you do.
Yeah.
The
initials are MG.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, we realized
Greenwood.
that outside
I
of the
remember
show,
him. Yeah, terrible person.
Yeah, Mitch Greenwood,
Mitch
the R&B
Greenwood.
singer. Yeah, everyone knows him.
Yeah.
outside of the show, we would watch like all this paranormal stuff, and then we would always chat about it. So we were like, we should just get on and like watch paranormal videos and say what we think. So we always tell everybody we are skeptical believers. We believe in a lot of shit, but we also try to tear stuff down.
Mhm.
Like we will listen. We'll have Matt send it to you guys so you can watch it. We shouldn't tell you what it is ahead of time. And
No, don't say anything if you want an
I think I know
because
exactly what video.
There's a specific video that we did on the show, and there were 3 of us at the time. We're like, what the hell is it? What the hell is it? And this is a famous clip. And then Matt's wife watched it and said, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? It is clearly, and told us. And I was like, oh God, she's right.
once you're told what it is, you cannot unsee it as anything other than that. And it was the whole concept of pareidolia, of just like, oh, it's, this is what we're seeing. And we're like describing it like it's got like its little arms just out in front of it, running around like, oh, what? It's like this little goblin guy.
Little goblin. Yeah.
And then my wife watches it and she tells us literally within 30 seconds. And I'm like, I feel like
we find that a lot. So that's kind of what we do. Like we'll watch shit, and if we can't come up with anything, we're like, hey, we're not experts. We're gonna put it to you guys, but this one, we can't figure out what it could be. And it's made me a lot more skeptical since we started doing this show.
But that's good. And we've had on our podcast, we've had Jason Hawes from GhostHunters on multiple times. He may be coming back on this year. And he said it. He said, I am a skeptic. I welcome skepticism. But there's a difference between being a skeptic and a cynic.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where where people are just like, nope, I'm going into this without an open mind. It's bullshit. It's wrong. And I'm going to prove it. And that's where people in the paranormal community, I think, don't like.
And that's kind of what I liked about some of the people we talked about, which, made me, I want to say, less fearful, is a lot of these people that we've talked to, when they go into these investigations, it's like, all right, they try to disprove it first.
Right.
And if they can't disprove it, then okay, what do we have then if we can't disprove it?
And the first person that was like that was Tom
And
when
Tom-
we first talked to him.
And Tom told us about
So
some of the investigations he's
I'm
done.
the biggest skeptic in my whole circle. When I was with Rise Up, that was my role, was to say what it probably is and not just jump to paranormal, because less than 1% of something that people think is paranormal turns out to be paranormal. That's the very definition of paranormal, is that it's very rare. It's not normal. If it's anything higher than that, it would be normal.
Right.
Well, and one of the first stories you told us was about when you used the two identical recorders. And I want him to tell you guys a story, because this is one of the things that started me thinking differently about investigations.
Well, one of my theories of EVPs has always been that they're talking in a frequency we just can't hear. Like a dog can hear a dog whistle, but we can't hear it. With EVPs, it's the opposite, though. A dog whistle is very high up on the spectrum, but EVPs are very low.
I can hear dog whistles.
We can hear, of course you can.
Yeah.
We can hear about as low as between 40 and 20 hertz, but anything below that is too low in the sound spectrum for us to hear. And that's where we have found most of the true EVPs show up. And you really, when you can record them, and then when they get played back, they're kind of distorted, and that's why EVPs always sound weird. But anyways, my theory was that it was based on something electronic, whether it's, the fields around us or whatever. So basically my experiment was, I took two identical audio recorders and I disabled the record function on one of them by jamming the end of a headphone jack into the mic jack. And there was nothing connected to it. It was just snipped off. So that means if I press record, it's still going to record, but it's not going to hear anything because it's been disabled, the mic. And then the same recorder that wasn't disabled, I started them both at the same time, and I caught an EVP while recording with both of them at the same time. When I played back both of them in a sound analyzer, on audio, you can see the wave, and the wave of the one that had no mic was just almost a straight line, just a little wiggle going across for the whole time it was there. And then it was the same for the other one until there was the EVP. The EVP jumped on both of them. And you only hear the audio on the one that had the microphone. But the second one still picked up some sort of electronic distortion that makes the wave go up at the same exact point of the audible EVP. So that experiment told me that, yes, it is something electronic that's going on here. They're somehow generating some sort of electronic field or something in order to deliver what an EVP is. And how we're able to interpret it, I think, is something that we have to focus on more. But that was just one of my many experiments that I did back in the day.
That's really cool.
Those were the things that I didn't know about as far as investigations until we started this process several years ago of talking to all these people in paranormal investigations. And that's the side of it that I find interesting. These two friggin' idiots, these assholes dragging me on investigations, that's a whole nother story.
But what it did was, by learning from people like Tom, like Jason, like a lot of the investigators that we've had on, we've learned from them. So when we've gone into investigations, I almost feel like we're coming in at in a professional level, to the point where, and I don't know if we ever talked to you guys about this, but a couple of years ago, 3 years ago now, almost 3 years ago, we did an investigation. We stayed overnight at the Conjuring House.
February 2023.
Yeah, February of 2023. So
he's like, I'll never forget.
No, he won't. He won't.
Every February, I don't sleep for the whole month.
But is that when you got locked in the basement?
Yes, thank you. This asshole, my best friend, my co-host, purposely locked me in the basement like a piece of shit.
Okay, let's clarify. I didn't lock basement. I merely closed the door on him
It's
because
it's
I
a
was.
it's
I,
a 9,000-year-old
turn your mic off.
farmhouse. You can turn my mic off. I can scream loud enough that they'll hear me through yours. And he latched it. He put a door up against it. He moved a bookcase.
No,
I don't know
didn't.
what you did, but I could not get that door open.
You guys fight like an old married couple.
I mean, it was a
Jeez.
haunted house.
Our next podcast will be called Scott's a Drama Queen, and we'll have Scott do a dramatic reading every year.
Holy shit.
Every week.
First
All
off, he deserted me in the basement.
No,
He goes upstairs.
didn't.
Doesn't say shit to me.
I feel like I touched a nerve.
in a
Did I touch a
dark
nerve?
Guys, let me know when you want the truth.
But you
okay?
lived. You survived.
Where children were making drawings of a lady with a broken neck.
Yeah, I have pictures of that. Okay, so the real story is we were downstairs, and I'll get to the actual story.
Here comes the
I was trying to
whitewash.
sell.
Be prepared, everybody, for the whitewashing.
Everyone that was in the group, they were told, okay, we're going to go upstairs now. I go, all right. I turn around. Scott's on his phone like a 14-year-old girl. I don't know who he was texting.
Wrong.
But
Wrong.
anyway.
Hillary's wrong.
Fake news. Absolutely fake news. I don't know what he's talking about.
Crooked Hillary's wrong.
Anyway, I look over and Scott's on his phone. I go, dude, we got to go upstairs. They're calling us upstairs. Scott didn't come upstairs. So I just closed the door behind me. And I have a really cool clip of him going, really? You locked me in the
so
basement?
cool.
Anyway,
So cool.
But what I was trying to give you a compliment on was while we were down in the basement.
Yeah.
There was and I love these two kids. I absolutely love them.
We had so much fun with them that night.
Yeah.
So there was a brother and sister. The sister was a little bit older. The brother was turning 18, and for his birthday, she got him the overnight at the Conjuring House as a birthday gift. And so we were down in the basement with them and Tim Weisberg, who's coming on the podcast. And they were taking pictures everywhere. And all of a sudden, she takes a picture down the long part of the basement, heading towards where the boiler is. And it's pitch black down there. They take a picture.
Where Ace locked me.
No, they take a picture. And when you looked at the picture, not when you looked down the long corridor, but when you looked at the picture, you saw a dark figure with green eyes, with its head turned and tilted.
Green eyes. Sorry.
Green eyes. Yeah, it was almost like the Mothman, but instead of red eyes, it was green eyes.
And this picture was, when you looked at it, was the creepiest thing. When you looked at it.
And so they were freaking out. They're like, oh my God, there's something back there. So I'm like, all right. So Scott volunteers me to go down. All right, Ace.
Well, I wasn't going down.
Go down by the boiler and stand there so we can. And I was impressed with this. He wanted to get a perspective of how big is this thing. So I stood next to the boiler, which was in between me and the dark figure.
Well. Plus, if the thing grabbed you, I could get upstairs fast.
Yeah.
enough.
There you go.
Anyway, yeah.
You don't got to be fast. She's got to be faster than him.
Well,
yes, exactly.
He had a head start if I was getting pulled into the depths of hell by this thing.
Exactly.
So I'm standing there, the boiler's there, and then the dark figure. So I'm like, all right, do you guys still? So I was looking,
and it was
towards
really dark. It was really dark.
I was looking towards the dark figure, and they took a picture, and they're looking at it, and they're like, it's there, and I'm like, guys, I don't see anything.
Right.
I don't see anything with my eyes in front of me.
Every time they snapped a picture, you could see the two eyeballs and the shadow.
Yeah. So they come down, they look, we start inspecting, and we start to notice that the boiler had, copper piping, and there was solder on the copper, and there was an elbow joint right next to us where the solder, so they took a picture really, really close. And you didn't see the dark figure close because it was too close, but you saw the same green eyes. The flash from the camera was causing the solder to throw off a green light when they took the picture because it was so dark down there. So we totally debunked the fact that this wasn't the Mothman. It wasn't a dark figure.
Right.
But because Scott and I had learned from, and I think I feel bad for Carolyn and Brody because they were a little bit disappointed that they didn't catch something.
I was just going to say that I did feel bad, but at the same time, I was like, it's kind of cool that we took the time and did the pictures and did the perspective of everything to kind of go through the investigation to figure it out.
Exactly. That's something I've learned over the years is to not debunk people's evidence because they get so bummed out when they do.
She was bummed.
I let people believe whatever they want to believe because that's
she still likes us, and we told her we're not trying to pee on your parade, but
she still likes you.
We think this is what happened.
Oh yeah,
but I think it was
you
only
guys are
because of what we learned from all of these paranormal guests by taking a scientific approach and a methodical approach to an investigation.
They're so much nicer than me, Matt. On this show, I can't tell you how many times.
Dude, oh my God. He would straight up rip Kevin's videos to shreds live on the show. Kevin was like, he's like, oh, I got this one. You know, and then Jay's just like, yeah, that's 100% AI.
Is that why Kevin's not on the show anymore?
No. I wouldn't blame him, but
that was a true video.
Casey is just a very, very busy person, man. It just came to the point where we told him like, go. He pursues all these different things, and he was showing up every week, but he was half out of it. I'm like, look, man, go do those things because they're a big deal to him.
Go make your barbecue sauce, man. That's your passion,
dude. No, like
that's his nickname, Casey Masterpiece.
To Kevin's credit, the guy taught himself Russian.
Did he really?
Yeah. Well, somewhat. He teaches chess to kids, right?
Kids that compete and take like state championships.
Yeah, these are like top level chess kids, right? So he's doing that. Plus, he wrote a guided walking tour around the breweries of Cincinnati.
Walking tours, haunted walking tours.
He just does all kinds of stuff.
And this is all outside of his job. So
all on top of his job, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he's doing a full-time job and then also guided walking tours and chess club and learning about submarines and shit.
They're a lot of fun. I've been on a few of them. So,
then you know what?
Oh, I see something.
In honor of Kevin.
Hell yeah.
I love it. All right.
So on that note,
go ahead.
We'll get into these clips here.
We brought. So we'll just do the first one, Matt, for time's sake. But there are 8 clips. They're just not very long. But we kind of want to go over a story and show you some clips and get your guys' thoughts on what you're about to see. So this video comes from a girl who goes by Tash Daz 9372 over on TikTok. She put some stuff up on YouTube as well. But
I follow her.
Do you know? I don't know, man. You guys can determine whether you think these are real or not. A lot of times we'll bring stuff just because we think it's fun, but I was told that a certain person didn't like EVPs very much, so I looked for something specifically with EVPs in it. So we've got a couple of different clips to go, but kind of give you a little bit of backstory. She and her husband, I mean, it's 2025, whatever. She and her husband bought a farmhouse in upstate New York. She said weird stuff started happening right away. Weird noises, pictures falling off the walls, things like that. You get it. Mm-hmm. But what threw her off is that her dogs started acting kind of weird, getting scared, barking at nothing. And so that's our first clip. I want you guys to kind of see this dog's reaction, and we'll kind of focus on that. None of these clips are long, so let's play that first clip.
Why are you running?
All right. So I'm the type of person, I see that, I'm like, I'm looking for reasons. Right?
Now, I'll say this is I've learned over the years that animals seem to be a lot more into
sensitive.
Now, I want to get a little plug. Tom has a podcast called My Paranormal Story.
Yep.
And he's told stories from his investigations he's done over the years. And I remember one, and I forgive me if I don't remember the actual title, the Cemetery Street one where the cat and the guy that sat on your chest. Is
that
that Cemetery Street?
Yep.
Where he had a cat that, he'd be in his room, he was sharing an apartment with other people, and he'd be working on something on his computer, and the cat all of a sudden would be like at high attention for something that was happening in the hallway and stuff like that. So animals seem to have a real, and you could speak to this more the weekend. They have an instinct or awareness.
I actually wrote a whole presentation about animals and the paranormal, and all scientifically and biologically, dogs specifically, but cats and other animals, it's different for each animal, but a lot of them have better hearing, different eyesight than us. They can hear in different spectrums, all these other things. The way a dog's ears are built, most dog breeds anyways, it's like a cone that they can move, and they can actually like really hone in on
a certain direction.
They obviously have a much better sense of smell than we have.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks about having an animal, specifically or a dog or a cat or something like that, in your house or on an investigation for paranormal, is they can't tell you what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
So you don't know if that dog in that video is actually afraid of something that's,
I
a
agree.
spirit or a ghost. It could be something in the wall that they can't hear, but the dog can.
Or it could be something in the room that's spooking the dog, like an object.
Well,
we didn't see that whole room.
It could be a
stuffed animal.
It could be any of them.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
like he's saying, it could be a mouse in the wall.
Right.
Driving them crazy.
That they're not hearing.
We had a case once where the dog was scared in the living room, was always looking above the TV in the living room, above it on the wall. And we ended up finding out that they had a VCR that was humming in a strange sound
frequency,
and we couldn't hear it, but the dog could,
right?
Because we were able to pick it up on our audio recorders.
That's
But
crazy.
the audio recorder played it back in a tone that we could hear, but the dog was picking up on that. Once we unplugged the VCR, the dog stopped doing it.
But
I think that a lot.
I do believe animals are more sensitive, and we were talking about it before we all went live. Last night we had Cody and Satori on.
Oh my God, this was crazy.
The paranormal couple, they're on Ghost Hunters. It's basically Satori is Jason Hawes' daughter. She's been on Ghost Hunters. Cody has been on Ghost Hunters. They were caretakers for a while at the Conjuring House.
Right.
So we've had them. They have a paranormal museum, traveling museum. But we had them on last night, and I have a black cat. And the fact that I shouldn't even say it's a black cat,
because Ace is a freak.
No, it's a cat. But
I have a black
what's
cat
interesting is in the 9 years that we've been doing this podcast, maybe 2 or 3 times the cat will like meow outside of the studio or something.
Never
like that.
comes in here.
Never comes in here while we're recording. Last night, when Cody and Satori were here, he came in here. I was sitting in a chair over here, and he literally like went up on the table on the podcast.
Put the front paws up on the table and was looking at
me, was looking at them, stared at the wall over here for about 5 minutes, and then curled up under our camera, curled up under the table where our camera is, and just laid there and watched the rest of the episode. No idea. This cat has never done that.
Yeah.
But because Cody and Satori are so sensitive to things, I don't know why he did it. But for some reason, he felt a connection.
You don't know what it is they're reacting to. You don't know if it's paranormal. You don't know if it's bad or good.
Well, either way, today we gave the cat away.
No, we didn't.
Cat's gone.
He's still here. No, so
that video to me, it's hard to say what that dog is afraid.
And I agree. Yeah. We've watched several over the years.
More video of the room itself.
Right. There's not enough there to say.
The other thing about dogs is
all right, cool.
Dogs' emotions are based on what their owner's emotions are. So if the owner is afraid of something, the dog's going to be afraid of it. If the owner is mad at something, the dog's going to react in the mad. A dog will always react to what their owner, their master is.
Yeah.
Right. Do you use smooth peanut butter or crunchy peanut butter?
Can we go to? Can you skip clip 2 and go to clip 3? That is the. This is the second video. Now this is the dog. She's filming the dogs playing. Nothing too weird with the dogs.
Same dog?
Yeah.
She has 2 dogs actually.
She's got 2.
One is on the couch and one's in front of the couch. but I'm curious if you guys have noticed anything. Don't worry, we'll highlight. We will zoom in. Look to your left.
Left dark shadow on the wall.
Look
But
at them. Destroying
it's
the
when
living
they
room
move
over
the
one
camera.
toy.
So
Correct.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
is it because they're moving the camera that the camera is picking up
Silly.
different lights?
So now, so very possible.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
just
So
saw that.
let's
Yeah, right
play.
And
Let's
gone.
play the main clip after this one, Matt.
right
So number 4.
right now, and then gone.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I noticed it.
No,
Second
clip
time.
Yeah.
7. I want to play
Destroying
clip
the living
7.
room over one toy.
Mike.
I'm going to tell you what's interesting about that.
Okay.
The light source looks like it's coming from a window off camera to our
Right.
right. So if something blocked that outside, the shadow would have
You would-
gone across what looks like is a lamp.
You would think
there.
would come from the other
It
side.
doesn't
yeah.
go across that lamp. It only goes across the wall. If you play it back
Right.
again, you'll notice that that shadow is behind.
Look at
See
Yeah.
them.
that little rectangle
Destroying the
white
living room
thing
over
there?
Yeah.
Is that a
toy.
shelf? I'm not sure what that is.
Looks like a
See how
shelf
the
with one of
shadow
those
is
lights
doesn't
at the
affect
top.
it at all.
Yeah, it's behind it.
Silly.
Like
That
you
was
can see
weird.
the light source casting a shadow for that little white rectangle thing, and then something
Yeah.
comes in, but it's not being blocked. It's not the same light source that's doing
Yeah.
it. So that's what's interesting to me.
It also
The
goes
dog
like
is looking at it.
right up to the ceiling, which is again,
Look at them.
you would think if it was coming
Destroying
from the
living room
window,
over
the
one
top of the window
toy.
might cut that
Right.
off a little bit.
Yeah.
But
If
I'm-
something was outside, it would have cast a shadow over whatever that.
Silly.
rectangle
All right,
was.
But
interesting. Next clip.
No. But I'm wondering if it's the camera adjusting to the light change because they're moving the camera.
Yeah, like a
what I
aperture
mean?
kind of change on there.
Yeah.
So
Looks like
we're
a
gonna
shadow.
No, it definitely looks like a shadow. I'm not
Mhm.
disputing that.
we're
What I'm
gonna go
saying
to a
is,
clip that's
you know-
go ahead.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
No,
We
I
got
was
a
going to
clip
say,
that's-
you know how when your camera is adjusting to the
Right,
light,
right.
Absolutely.
was it adjusting to the light because they were moving the camera? I that's
Weird
what I don't
because
know.
I didn't see any other distortion that would lead me
Right.
to that.
Right.
Okay.
So there,
I'm more
she has
skeptical
a
than
lot
you,
of these
Tom.
small
Yeah.
videos, kind of leading up.
Interesting.
Not leading up. I shouldn't say that because
To
that
the
always
money
drives me
shot?
crazy. Mixed in, and
What site are
we
we
have
on?
one. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to give you guys these kind of smaller ones first, and we're gonna go into clip 7, which is she basically says that every morning she comes into her kitchen and she finds these same two cookbooks laying on the floor. So she sets up her computer and hits record overnight.
Okay.
I have edited some of this for time because we don't want to sit there the
Yeah.
whole freaking video.
'Cause it's an overnight video.
So she said the first part of this takes place somewhere around there's time on it, so you can see.
Okay. Yeah. 114. All right. We're in the 3 o'clock hour, which we all know is the witching hour.
Mhm.
So
All right.
you can't hear it on this. Do I?
No,
So
I can hear
there's
No,
it.
we heard
actually-
it. We heard it.
Yeah, I
No,
can hear
no.
the
Did
book
you hear
fall.
the laugh?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Oh,
no.
no, I didn't hear
No,
it.
I
gotta
didn't
be
hear
After
quiet.
that.
the
Hold
second
on.
book falls, there's like there's a
You guys
giggle,
want-
which I cranked it up, but
No.
No, just this is good.
there it was.
Yeah, I heard it that
tiny.
time.
There's a little giggle there.
Yeah.
Almost sounded childlike.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Right there again.
I
Yeah.
definitely hear that.
Right at
It-
the end.
It definitely sounds childlike. You're right, Tom.
Mhm, mhm.
And what gets me
And
about
a
this
child
is
would do something like that.
Right.
if you watch that second book, it actually turns first. When I was watching the
Yeah.
video, I'm like,
Yeah.
what's that
Gets
movement?
Yeah.
off.
I was going to say that it's being pushed from the back, not
Yes.
being pulled from the front.
Maybe it's just rodents, but we're gonna find out.
Because the first thing I look at when I see these videos is how would I fake this? And if you were
That's
going to use string to do this,
exactly what
It was
we
gonna
do.
come
it,
from the
it
front.
would have pulled the book.
You'd
Right.
have
Did
to
that
pull it from the
exact
This
front.
thing.
book got pushed
Yeah.
from the back. You know, that one just kind of falls.
Yeah.
Can't really see anything on that
Yeah,
one.
that one
gets pushed with some force.
spun a little bit.
See, there's the
Hold
first
on,
one.
hold on.
and then
I want to hear a giggle.
Hey, every
just right there.
single morning, these are on the floor.
Tom, your thoughts,
Interesting.
because you have more experience than we.
yeah, I'm noticing there's a little bit of an edit on the second book.
Yeah. Was that a time jump?
I believe
I
so.
I got to look at the
We're-
The
time
book was
stamp.
facing one way, and then all of a sudden it's just slightly facing
Yeah.
a little bit
So
different.
that's-
Right
if there
before
was
it
a
That's
falls.
what
time
I
jump.
thought too. But that's what I was saying. You actually see the book turn in the because when I first watched it, I'm like, why is the book faced a different way?
Yeah.
But then I think you actually see it turn at some point.
Okay.
Let's be quiet.
Actually,
That might have been me. I think that might have been one of my because there's a gap between. There was such a long gap between when the first one fell and the second one. And
See if I catch anything.
Oh, 3:13 a.m.
So do we miss the
is the
part where the
timestamp
book
on
has
both
been
of
moved?
those?
Yeah, do it again one more
'Cause
time,
the
and I
book
want to
is
look
moved,
at the
but we
close.
don't-
I get what he's saying. I don't know that was. It'll be on this one, just
Yeah.
not the zoomed in one.
the second one falls at exactly 3:14. Like it flips over.
No, he's right. There's a jump.
Yeah.
Look,
Yep.
watch it.
Hey, every single morning, these are on the floor. Every single morning.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna hook up my computer and see if I catch anything tonight. Maybe it's just rodents, but we're gonna find out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
See there, good jump.
Yep.
Watch it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the book is like curled up a
Every
little bit.
single morning,
Very
these are on the
interesting.
floor. Every single morning. So I'm gonna hook up my computer and see if I catch anything tonight. Maybe it's just rodents.
Paranormal
We're gonna find
videos.
out.
Jeez.
He loves me though.
Yeah.
He's my buddy.
Yeah.
That's really
That is
interesting. I
crazy,
didn't-
and I'm not debunking it.
No,
Because
this is what
Yeah,
we
that's
like
what
to
we
do.
First one,
It's literally what we do.
Yeah.
We
yeah,
watch
but
it
the
and
first
we'll pick
one,
stuff
the
apart.
first one, but the first book.
Yeah.
Yep. Makes it very interesting.
Actually, wait. Yeah. Yep. It's up. Yeah, it's up cover. Like you can't
Changes
see the cord
completely,
behind
Every
it.
single morning. these
That
are
is
on the floor.
crazy.
Every single
Okay.
morning. So I'm gonna hook up my computer and see if I catch anything tonight. Maybe it's just rodents.
You know, it
Oh.
shows three.
Something happened.
It shows 3:13 a.m. Right,
Yeah.
but it doesn't show the seconds. It'd be interesting if
Yeah.
it showed
Oh.
us the seconds.
True.
Yep.
True.
Yep.
Hold up for 1
That
second.
makes me
Yeah, go
suspicious.
ahead.
We lost Jay for a
Go
second.
All right,
Yeah.
no worries.
That
I
little
like-
giggle, the giggle though is
the giggle
interesting
is
to me. That's
legit,
my
yeah.
favorite part.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't show. It doesn't show me times on here.
Come up here. Come up here. Come on.
Oh, he won't climb in your lap.
You don't do laps.
No.
Huh?
His name is Fidget for a reason.
Oh.
He's very because my daughter picked him up and he jumps out of her hands and she goes, "This cat is so fidgety. We should call him Fidget."
Yeah.
So
My cat hates to be held too.
it's on his terms. Like if
Yeah.
I bring him into my bed and put him next to me, he'll
Nope.
jump out.
Yeah.
But if I lay there and just
Mhm.
put my arm down,
Yep,
he'll
he'll come
lay
up.
right next to me and put his face
Because
on
cats
my.
are assholes.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Look
Oh shit! I just got a text from Jay. I just got a text from Jay about what happened. His power
What?
went out.
No.
Yeah, he's sitting there and his fucking power goes out. He's by the way, he's in a unfinished basement in his house.
Oh my god. his power went
the
out.
spirits just
while we're
shut
watching.
the fucking
Yeah,
thing off.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pissed that he said it.
That is hilarious. Sort of. So
Yeah, kind
I've been in his basement one time, and I don't do unfinished basements at all.
And puts it in the
Yeah.
basket.
Yeah, he's got the fucking pit down there.
He's got the well.
Yeah. Oh god,
All right.
he's
What do we do,
typing something
carry
else
on?
out now.
Is he gonna come back? You think? Or?
He actually is not going to be able to come back on from what he's saying on here.
No
so,
worries. No worries. We can still.
It's all right. He wasn't adding much anyway.
No, don't be an asshole. Poor Jay.
Oh, that's funny.
That's what you get.
That was
No,
Tom
that's all
Stewart, my new co-host on Behind the Funny.
That's the comedian side of it.
No, because
not the paranormal investigator.
no, but you're the one that has all the clips anyway, so I'm
Yeah,
sure.
and I can play the rest of the clips. So we'll just kind of
we'd
like
love to.
play some of those.
Yeah, definitely.
But no,
We can
like
still talk
exactly
about
what.
those. That shadow one I really liked a lot.
Yeah.
I wanna analyze these like over and over.
Right.
Yeah.
Like up close on
You
my
want
own
him to
computer.
email you the clips?
Yeah, I would love that.
Oh,
Those are good clips though. So
that's
this is a
even
TikTok
weirder.
channel this person's got.
I believe so. He has all the notes on those.
Okay.
So he just said it's not raining or anything, so I'm not sure what's going on. Meanwhile, it's storming like a friggin' motherfucker over here.
Really?
Yeah, in Kansas City, like on my way home, it was like starting to rain. When I got here, it was just like lightning and thunder and just wind and everything. So that's insane. So now he has lost power in the past, and then I think it was because somebody hit a pole or something nearby his house. So
all right,
interesting. So.
Well, we're here for you, Matt.
Yay. So,
he's like, great. What do I do now?
Yeah.
Well, now you can slide our box over and use both boxes.
There we
get
go.
rid of Jay's.
So that's how we got that right there.
Yeah. Good.
Actually, give me 1 second
We got
here.
nothing else to do.
Those are good clips though.
Yeah.
I love shitting on people's paranormal clips on TikTok. It's one
Yeah.
of my favorite pastimes, and it pisses them all off.
Yeah.
Because
So
people
that
argue
is
with you.
that is literally what we do on this show. Is
Those I wouldn't have shit.
like he was saying, we're skeptical believers. We want to believe that this stuff is real, but there's so many times that people have just done a flat out hoax or something's AI generated or just CG'd something. So
when we had Jason Hawes on,
we
he
like to
told
do that.
An episode of Ghost Hunters where they went to I think it was a tavern.
Oh,
or a
I was more
bar,
pissed than Jay was.
And
It was a bar in
Somebody faked
California.
everything.
yeah, where the person literally put speakers in the walls.
Yeah.
And the ceiling.
And the ceiling
And fake to try and fake them out
To
with
fake-
laughs and shit.
to fake them out because they just wanted to get on TV to promote the bar. And when they filmed it and realized that it was fake, the producers of the show were like, well, maybe we shouldn't air this episode. And Jason's like, no, I want it out there so that other people know that if you're fake, we're going to expose you.
We're going to expose you. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was a fun episode.
That was a smart.
We had that happen to us with Rise Up Paranormal.
Did you?
We
had
did
a
an
fake?
investigation. Yeah. And it was, it was a couple. I think they had a couple of young kids or something like that. But the wife had called us in to investigate because a lot of weird things were happening around the house. And some of the claims were, doors are opening, drawers are being pulled out, and she couldn't explain it. So, and some other things. So we were like, all right. So we did our investigation. We set up cameras everywhere. And I guess the husband didn't realize we had cameras set up in some of the rooms because when we'd be in like the kitchen, he'd go into the bedroom and pull open some drawers, pull open some closet doors.
Really?
And then when we'd go back in there, she'd be like, oh my God, they're open. And we'd be like,
yeah, we saw it on
that's
camera.
weird.
Your husband did
Let's
that.
go to the camera and see. And then the husband was like, uh-oh. And he tried to play it off as, I didn't want you guys to feel like you wasted your time here. And we're like, no, you've been just fucking
you were
with your
fucking
wife
with
is
us.
what you're doing.
Right. Wow.
So,
That's
so that was
ridiculous.
one of those situations.
Holy shit.
But
So what else you got, Matt?
yeah, so well, now since I actually have you guys back on here, I'll go ahead and I'll play that clip again. It seems to be more of like a little bit of a breakdown. Of,
All right.
you can see and you can hear the giggle a little bit clearer.
Yep.
Yep. The giggle's interesting to me. The way the book spins off the counter is interesting to me.
Yeah. So whenever we do these shows, each of the episodes, whenever we have something that we can kind of like highlight, and we always disclaim, like we did on this one, we did cut things for time. Because again, we're not going to watch a 3-hour clip just to see a book turn a little bit. So we'll cut it to show, the good bits.
You're right.
If we speed something up, I put it on the screen. This video's been sped up. We actually did a video a couple weeks ago where there was, I don't know if you guys do anything involving like UFOs, aliens, cryptids, anything like that.
We have.
We definitely do. So we tend to, end up focusing on a little bit of, Sasquatch stuff as well. But we did a UFO video that was actually filmed and it had like dates, times, people like knew where it took place exactly. I can literally drive there from my house in about 20 minutes. I'll be there. It's that close to where I live. I could literally go to the exact spot that it was filmed at. And we broke that thing down. If you watch the final edit of the video, I got so frustrated with Jay because he was like, wait, back it up a little bit, back it up. And I don't have the ability to just back up a video like that. Yep. So I was just like, hang on. All right. You forget I have to edit these. Give me a second here. And then I literally would just play the clip over and over. We played it at least 30 or 40 times. And then I took that and then sped it all up so you could hear us debating what we were seeing in this video. And by the end of it, we pretty much determined it's most likely real. There's something in this video. And not only that, it's filmed from a Ring camera on someone's porch. Really? And then there's a cut in the video, and that was what we were trying to analyze. We're like, wait a minute, is this just zoomed in or is this a second camera? And we determined they went next door and said, hey, did you film this? And they got their video too.
Camera too.
And they put it together and put it up on YouTube. Okay. And you can literally see like almost a straight on angle and then another one that's like just barely off. And it's on both cameras. Like there is definitely something there.
Let's see it.
But we like to do those breakdowns and everything and show that. And actually, if you want to hang on a second, I can throw it in and show you.
Yeah, we'd love to see it.
Yeah.
So. You weren't going to show it after all of that?
I know.
I don't have it loaded in, but I can. So this is the clip, right? And it goes for about 4 minutes. Okay.
Definitely a UFO.
And that's something we said. It fits the criteria of a UFO. It's unidentified, it's flying, and it is an object.
Flying, and it's an object.
We don't know what it is. It's in the air, and there is something. So now the building you're seeing across the street is actually Raytown. It's Raytown High School in Raytown, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
All the lights that you're seeing over to the right, that's their football field.
In the bottom left.
Yeah. Now somebody just ran across the sidewalk, but here in a minute after this is going, the angle changes. Now we'll watch it all the way through. Camera? Yeah, that's the second Ring camera. So now to the left side of the screen above the UFO sightings daily logo that's so great on there. That's a tree. Now when you see this going, now like I said, it kind of goes for a little bit. It's already well off screen by this point, but it's still filming, which is a little odd for a Ring camera. And this is all stuff we discussed in the episode.
True.
But as it's going from right to left and it goes over to the left side of the screen behind that tree, you can see it through the gaps in the tree.
Yep.
So there is something physically in the air that is
in the air.
Yeah, you can see it.
You just don't know what it is.
Correct. All right. So now like I said, I can't speed this up, or actually I can probably speed it up, but you'll see it
to go to the other
switch.
Camera angle.
Yeah, it'll go to the other camera angle. There we go.
Yep.
So there you go. See it in the tree, and then now that same tree is in the middle of the screen.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see it up in the sky in there.
Yeah.
And it's not a cloud, clearly.
Yeah. Now you see it actually banking, and it actually accelerates. It speeds up as it goes through there. Now you see it through the tree right there.
Yep.
Okay. So let me see if I can actually put this clip in fast forward.
And there goes the
There's
person.
the person running. Sasquatch.
Yeah. And we were doing the same. We were doing the same thing. Of like, okay, there's somebody there. We were going through all these little scenarios. Like, did they film the same thing twice and just have a guy run through and then come back and do it again?
It was almost moving like a balloon, like slow and steady, but
then it speeds up.
And it doesn't have a specific shape.
Yeah.
Do you know where this was?
Yeah, this was in Raytown, Missouri.
Missouri.
Okay. Yeah. And this is not a rural area. I said that word, Jay. Yeah. Rural, for the record.
Rural.
He's going to kick my ass when he comes back on and watches this.
Can you play it again?
Yeah.
Huh. That is...
Now it's kind of going slow, but then as it gets more to the middle, it speeds up. This is the actual speed. This is not sped up.
Is it?
It goes
going behind the tree, or is it fading?
See, there it goes behind the tree.
Behind the tree, because you see how you just saw the light behind it.
And it doesn't speed up really, really fast.
Yeah, no, it's gradual. Yeah. Right. So when we discussed this one, that was our whole thing of just like, and this was actually sent in by a friend of mine that I've known since I was in probably elementary school or junior high. She sent it in. She's like, have you seen this? This was in 2022, I think is what it was.
Okay.
Wow. And she's like, yeah, this is in Raytown. It's like not far from where she lives herself. And like the video itself on YouTube specifically says the day, the time, the location, everything. Right. So that's what we wanted. What we want to kind of highlight whenever we're talking about these videos is the more details that we have on something, the more credibility it seems to have. But then there's other times where somebody's just going, oh yeah, I was here on this day, this time, whatever. And it's like, oh, and then you watch the video and you're like, yeah, you know exactly where it was because you're the dude in a suit that's in the background there that's walking through the woods. Wow. And we will call that out. I've actually done it mid-edit of a show. Like I was editing an episode, realized that what we were watching was complete horseshit. And then I called it out in the edit. I put stuff up on screen. I was just like, yeah, this seems to be something that they do. They've tricked us all on this one. But we've also bought into the hype of other videos where it's, there was one where it was a Bigfoot video. It actually made it onto TMZ. There's a Sasquatch video where a guy's walking through the woods and he comes across a Sasquatch that's sitting on the ground, leaning against a tree, just chewing on some grass. And then it turns and looks at him and then he, runs away. And they're like, this is the clearest Bigfoot video we've ever seen. We talked about it. We're like, oh my God, that's crazy. And literally the next day after we post the video, it comes out that it was a head shop in Oklahoma that was promoting their head shop. And it was called, I think is what it was called.
Really?
And I'll beep that because fuck that. Like, you got all these people buying into this video. And I mean, it was legitimately like, we've got the evidence. Like, this is real. We know this is real. Right. And then as time goes on, they start posting pictures of the guy in the suit, just like, hey, I'm right in front of the store. Come check it out.
Right.
And we broke it down. Like, it looked really good to us. And then when we found out it was real, we went back and watched it again and we're like, oh, now we can really pick it apart.
That.
Like, like, well, the hands barely move. The face barely moves. Like, oh, it's because it's a mask. So,
right.
But yeah, that's kind of what we want to do is like, if somebody is coming and putting evidence out there and saying, this is what we believe is going on in our house. Sure. Right. Okay. Tell us your story. Just like, Tom, that's what you're wanting to do.
It's so hard
here's the story.
Know if somebody's faking something or not anymore. The technology's gotten so good. People it's so easy to use now.
Yeah.
And, but faking the paranormal goes back hundreds of years. People have been doing it since,
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen pictures of some guy in like the 1920s that claimed to levitate. And they're like, no, he jumped off a stool and they caught a picture of him in midair. And then he tried to pass it off as he was levitating.
There was all kinds of, levitating tables and,
spirit photography.
double exposure photography, showing spirits and stuff.
Right.
One of the all-time biggest debunkers of all that was actually Houdini.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Houdini used to go around and debunk all these psychics and all these paranormal people, and he would expose how they're doing it. He used to put out like a challenge for somebody to fool him. Yeah, he had a podcast.
Yeah, he had a podcast.
Yeah, he didn't know how to get it to work either.
He had sound issues.
But I'll tell you what I think about this UFO. I'm not convinced. I think there is something in the sky there, but I think it might be a rocket launch off in the distance.
Yeah, it could totally be that.
It almost looks like
could be an artificial cloud.
Yeah.
Something like that is what I would lean towards with that.
There was, and this is the other thing. I was reading the comments, like people were saying, like, no, I saw that in the sky that night as well. I was actually at the school, and there's like eyewitness statements saying they saw that or something similar nearby. There's other people saying that there was, Black Hawk helicopters that came flying behind afterwards that you don't see on camera. There is a known, it's like an underground storage facility that's not far away from there. That people were saying, like, it's literally called like Space Summit, but it's an underground like storage locker. Which, by the way, if you've ever seen the movie Day of the Dead, fantastic movie. If you've never seen it, you should check it out.
Yeah. Never saw it.
I'm a huge fan of zombie movies. So, but yeah, it was actually filmed in one of those underground, like, a decommissioned mine or whatever. They filmed it in there, and it's like a, post-apocalyptic military bunker. But we have something similar to that here in Missouri, where they just use old caves and, turn them into office spaces and storage facilities. So that's where it's nearby where this was actually shot. So
that lends itself to the urban legends.
Yeah.
And that one I'm leaning towards. Most likely, I think it's a rocket launch, or maybe a rocket booster that came off too early, or something to that effect.
But the way it just kind of floats.
The trajectory doesn't seem like it would be right
horizontally across the sky.
It depends what they were trying to test.
Yeah.
Because Tesla, not Tesla, but Elon Musk's X, the rockets, the SpaceX.
Yeah, they don't have the highest success rate from what I hear.
Yeah. And no. So
they tend to explode a lot.
Right. But
if it was supposed to go vertically, and
but they launch stuff from Florida, and we can see it up here in New England sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, you know how many times I've seen people say, "Oh my God, I saw this in the sky," and it's like this little cylinder with like a crescent behind it, a semicircular, and it's like, it's a rocket. Yeah. Have you never seen a rocket go across the sky?
A lot of people really haven't, and rockets are still relatively new,
right?
So it confuses people. But I've seen cloud making rockets too, which they actually use for weather experiments and stuff.
Yeah, to do like cloud seeding.
People with chemtrails.
Yeah, the chemtrail people are shooting them up. Yeah, they're seeding the sky on us. And so that's what I would do for that one. Is I would say most likely that
it's definitely something physical in the sky. I don't think it was video tampering. Yep. It's just a matter of what the fuck was it.
Yeah.
It would have been nice.
I think that was probably
someone had gotten
that
like
was probably
a
posted
thing.
Genuinely thinking that they saw a UFO.
Yeah.
Probably can be explained. I bet if you looked up the date of when they filmed that, you could
were
probably
there any
match it up to a
military
rocket
balloon
launch or
tests
something,
or military balloons
Yeah.
and stuff?
You could probably match it up to something.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And I want to say it was like October 13th of 2022, some along those lines. But yeah, it gives an exact date and time and everything.
Jamie, can you look that up?
Look that up, Jamie.
October what?
But I'm always a skeptic.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
I don't ever believe something is paranormal unless I have personally experienced it. That's like my rule.
Right.
Well, you've done investigations where you've seen things in the sky, because you've had that on your podcast.
We had a UFO encounter while on a ghost hunt. And it's like, wait, we weren't looking for UFOs. What are you doing?
That was the exact date and time, actually. It's October 13th, 2022.
All right.
Okay.
Look up rocket launches, Texas or in that area.
Yeah.
Most likely it would be coming from Texas if it's from Missouri. It could be Florida, though, too, because they might have shot it over the Gulf.
Yeah.
Because they shoot things up knowing that they're going to land in a big body of water.
True.
when they're testing and stuff. So that
All
would be
right.
my theory. I don't know if these things are logged publicly though, but
Yeah.
So I will tell you, there was no rocket launch on October 13th.
nothing you can find.
There was
Nothing
one on the-
recorded anyway.
Nothing we
well,
know about.
There was one on the 12th, and there was one on
Okay.
the 14th.
Oh, look at that.
Multiple ones on the 12th and the 14th.
Interesting.
Out of
So
China.
they could have got their date wrong. You know,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
3 a.m, so they think it was this day or it was that
Maybe.
day.
Yeah.
So,
But on October
we do
15th,
know there's
there
rocket
was
launches.
one.
But getting back to the paranormal stuff, I will say this: that over the last, I forget how many years back we had you on for the first
yeah,
time.
probably got to be
At least 5.
At least
At
5,
least 5 years.
maybe
that we've been
pre-COVID,
doing it.
right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So,
I've come to kind of appreciate the science of it, if you will,
mhm.
and you know
That's what I try to preach.
the unexplained side of it, like what is out there.
Yeah.
You know, I believe there's something that
Nobody likes the
exists,
science part anymore. It's all about the thrill nowadays.
Right.
and that's the problem.
That's why
with
there's
that.
no more TV shows.
Yeah, and then
They've all gone to YouTube.
you know, and you know, if I didn't go on these investigations myself and experience some real moments of discovery, then I would sit there and say, well, it's
Yeah.
for thrill and it's for TV and it's all this other stuff. But I've had some real moments where I was like, holy shit, I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, it's
I've had a lot of years of that.
right,
Yeah.
right. But you weren't going out just looking for a thrill or for
No,
a sensation.
never,
You were
never.
going out trying to figure out what is there.
Yeah, I've always been curious about it, and that's even just as a little kid, I was out, crawling around in cemeteries and stuff in the middle of the night, just trying to find things and see things and for myself and experience them myself because I was so curious. I was never. I mean, I've had my moments where I was like startled by things. But
Yeah,
I've
right,
never been
right.
afraid of the paranormal. I've always just had this
Oh, I'm afraid.
weird sense of it's something we don't understand. I want to know.
Oh, I'm
more
afraid.
about it,
So
Yeah.
let me ask you this
No, I
question.
still want to know
Hold
more,
on.
but I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead,
one of the weird little side tangents we go on all the time is my wife, she loves paranormal stuff as well, but she's never going to be, most likely never going to come and sit down and do an episode of this show with us, but
Talk about it. Yeah.
she'll watch it after the fact and then debunk it. And then we have to do an update episode because she's debunked it. Like we were saying, the video with the little goblin, she literally 30 seconds into the video completely debunked it. And I was just like, oh my God. I start texting Jay and he goes, son of a bitch. She's right. Oh my God. And then we had to do a retraction kind of like afterwards, like,
Yeah.
is what it is, man. Like,
There's nothing wrong with that.
that's what we
though.
wanted it to be.
That video, I want to see it.
But,
Oh, the goblin video.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
let me see if I can, I'll have to see if I can find that. I
What's
might,
your wife's name?
might
You can
stop.
say hi to her. She's gonna watch.
Hi,
this.
Connie. I love you.
Connie.
Hey, Connie.
She hears me talking about you guys all the time because
So did you have anything else that you wanted
Yeah,
us to
you got
watch?
some
yeah,
more
let's
clips?
we'll check out some of this other stuff. And like I said, Jay had all the notes, so but
Well, you're gonna-
I
sorry,
do
you're
know
gonna
that
do a
there's a lot
scripted
of
one?
there's audio stuff.
Or,
I
segueing
will
into a
I'll see if I can find that the goblin one.
Right.
A lot of
Oh,
times
yeah.
if I put a video in there, I end up
Play some of the
deleting it
ones
just to
you have
clear up
ready.
space. So
If you've got
Trying to
some
lay
ready-
down, and these damn lights won't stop.
oh, this
going
is
on and
a
off.
different story here.
And I'm the only one here
like-
currently, and
I
all
see
my
these
damn
lights.
cabinets are open,
Lights on and off from-
and my remote for the lights are over there, and they just won't turn off. They just won't turn off.
Right.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
All right. I heard something.
Yeah.
Yo, what the fuck was that?
You hear kind of
Yo,
a
what
voice.
the fuck
Yeah,
was
hold on.
that?
I want to hear that again.
Yo, what the fuck was that? Yo, what the fuck was that? Trying to lay down, and these damn lights won't stop going on and off. And I'm
So
the
now
only
that
one here
Scott's back.
currently, and all my damn cabinets are open, and my remote for the lights are over there, and they just won't turn off. They just won't turn off. Yo, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was that? I heard
Perfect
leave.
timing. Yeah.
Yo,
That
what
should be
the
the name
fuck
of your
was that?
podcast.
Now you know what's funny?
What the fuck was that?
You know
Yo,
what
what
what's
the
funny
fuck
though?
was that?
Can you pause that?
Yeah.
So two things that I noticed. First of all, like I was a little skeptical because it's like, all right, anyone can set your LED
Holy
lights
shit.
to flash. So
Yep.
that wasn't what was creepy because he's like, the lights won't go off. Well, then pick up the remote and try and turn it off
Yeah.
if you want to prove it to me. But what's interesting is Scott came back
Mm-hmm.
and put the headphones on.
That was
And
perfect
the-
timing too.
The part of the clip that he watched didn't have
Yep.
the subtitles on.
Which
And
Jay
he
added
heard
that, by the way.
Same thing.
Yep.
He heard the same thing that was in the subtitles
Yep.
of leave. So
That was so clear.
that's what makes me kind of believe that clip. I didn't believe with the lights flashing because look, I could go in my kids' room, set their LED lights to flash.
Well, these
throw the
LED
thing-
lights we have in the here in the studio, we can set them to flash.
Right,
change
exactly.
colors.
So that wasn't what was convincing.
Yeah.
But as soon as I heard leave, I was like, all right.
And it was
am I hearing leave because he said or because it was on the screen?
Yep.
But the fact that you literally put the headphones on, heard it, and
Yep.
it was a part where it didn't have the subtitle of leave, and you said, I heard it say leave.
I'm going to start a new podcast called "What the Fuck."
Yeah, yeah.
You should.
No,
What the fuck
that was
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Is going to be
Yeah,
the name of
That'd be a
it.
great
What the
podcast.
fuck was that?
instead of BTF, it's WTF WT.
I was like, there's
Yeah,
already a
what the
WTF
fuck was
pod,
that?
you know.
All right. I am going to be on the side of that's completely fake. The whole thing is fake.
Even
Okay.
Even the voice.
the voice.
I could reproduce that right now
Okay.
with my cell phone camera. That's
right.
That was
No.
easily
Like I
fake.
said, I was totally not convinced when he's saying my remote's all the way over there. Yeah, you could set your remote
Yeah.
to flash the fucking lights. I get that.
Yep.
But what made me kind of take pause was the voice. But you're saying you think the voice was fake.
Yeah,
My expert friend Tom says
he
it's
just had
fake.
somebody
It's fake.
whisper.
No,
He
no,
was-
I'm with him.
He was a
but-
bad actor, I think. And
Yeah,
you can
okay.
have somebody stand beside you and say, leave, and then act
True.
startled to it.
And
That's
we've
true.
even
We play it
done
one
ones
more
where
time.
Yeah,
we
that felt paranormal.
think it's fake. We
Yeah.
play it and then we go, okay, now here's why we think it's fake. Like
Okay.
we play it for each other
Yeah.
and then just go, okay, what do you think?
So did you have the same reasoning as Tom?
Not on this one. And the reason I say not on this one is this is actually my first time watching that one. A lot of times Jay.
Oh, okay.
So what we tend to do is I will bring a video and I won't tell Jay what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then Jay, kind of like we did with the mixtape, actually.
Yeah.
So,
So you can get a
the best
first-hand
way.
reaction.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
best way to do it.
And
Without any
it's just
kind
like
of,
go into it blind,
leading.
see what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the mistake they make with that video is by putting the word leave on there.
Yeah.
Because
Now,
if
Jay did
their
that.
goal was to
No,
get.
Jay did that.
Jay did that.
Oh, you guys put leave on there?
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't on the original video? Oh, okay.
Can you
Yeah,
play
no,
it?
he
can you
added it
play
on.
it one more time?
Yeah.
Kind of like at the
Trying to
paint
lay
house.
down,
Tried to
and these
get the
damn
videos
lights
to
won't
stop.
stop going on and off. And I'm the only one here currently, and all my damn cabinets are open.
Which also
And my
easily
remote
faked.
for the lights are over there.
Right.
The cabinets.
And they just won't turn off. They just won't turn off. Yo, what the fuck was that? Yo, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I mean, just because he says
Yo,
that
what
he's
the
alone
fuck was
doesn't mean
that?
that he is.
See that
Yo, what the fuck was
the,
that?
the leave didn't sound like someone next to him. It was
Yeah, but it could have been someone across the room.
again, Tom. You're
Sounds
right.
breathy.
You can always add that. You can always
yeah.
do stuff with it.
Yep.
I just
Also,
did it.
when he
No,
gets
but that doesn't sound the same.
if something scared you in this room right now, where would you run?
Over you.
Over me and out that doorway. He got scared and he ran towards his bed.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, true.
Instead of running up the stairs,
True.
he ran
Yes,
towards another
because
room.
if he had turned the other way, you probably see the person standing there. That was saying-
Right.
Yeah, true. Okay.
And
I gotta
and
get
we've done clips where like a guy is facing a mirror and he's like, I'm seeing something in the mirror, and then he kind of moves a little bit and then you see what he is seeing at the
Behind
time, and it's literally just another person in the room sitting on the bed next to him, off camera, but you can see them in the mirror when he shifts. Like you don't see it until he shifts over.
Right.
And like we've broken those down too of just like, and again, we want to believe in so much of this stuff, but for whatever reason, and it honestly pisses us off that there's people who for the clicks, for the views, they will make a fake video and put it out. And
I'm so pissed off about fake stuff. Back when I was investigating like every single weekend would rise up, I was always getting. I actually made a dummy account on Facebook just so I could go call these people out because they knew who I was and who I was with, and I didn't want those things to reflect on us.
Right.
So I used to go in with a fake name and like point out everything they were faking and blow up their spots on them.
Right.
And but at one point I said, it's stupid to be mad about those things. Whatever. You know, it's a waste of energy.
So that's how it was when we talked to Jason about that place in California, that fake. That I was more pissed off than he was.
You got another one for us, Matt?
Yeah. Let's see what we got here.
Another one. Let's tear up another one.
Same guy. Oh,
okay.
Jesus Christ.
With the music.
Yeah.
Plus, he's overacting with the heavy breathing and everything else.
What's with the music?
Right. Turn that down.
And I'm alone too. Jesus fucking.
Yeah, there's no one in the bathroom.
Oh my
Everything
God.
always happens
you
right
could
in front of
say
him.
you're alone, but it doesn't mean you are.
Yeah.
There was something behind that. Nope. Nope.
Why not go
Back to
in
the
and
bedroom.
open the curtain?
Like a bad version of Blair Witch.
Right.
Yeah. You can see something in the shower or someone in the shower.
Right.
So, but
That's easy to fit.
All right,
One key
Bobby.
thing.
Bobby, you stand in the
All the
fucking
music.
shower while I
Yeah.
film this.
Right.
all right, when I turn my back, get out of the shower and walk away. That way we can't see you in there anymore.
And then you stand behind me and whisper, "Leave." All right, Bobby.
Now,
Do it in the little kid's voice, though.
we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But I want you guys to stick around afterwards. But go ahead and I'm going to tell everybody to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bob Gimlin is alive, as we saw. Go ahead and follow us on all the socials. If you have any videos you want to submit to us, just go ahead and I point the wrong direction every single time.
That way.
Go ahead and send us an email to that email address right there, and we'll get them and we'll talk about it on the show. And until next time, keep it creepy.
All right, so I didn't get to sit in for the rest of the fun and shenanigans. I think Matt let you guys know while I'm sitting here. So my office is in the basement, and there's a small window, but it's very small and it's like block. So when you're down here and it's nighttime and we were on, it was getting dark, and you're talking about ghost videos and all the power cuts out. It's a lot of fun for just a split second. You're like, oh shit, what did I do? I don't know what happened. It wasn't just my house, just so we're clear, but it wasn't storming. That would have made it worse. I think it was dark and stormy night, but it was not storming or anything. We just, I never did find out. You get the alerts from the power company saying your power is going to be restored or whatever, but I never did find out what it was. We assume maybe there's a lot of car crashes right out here. That sounds bad, but I see them and hear them all the time. And I don't know if somebody hit a pole or what, but I missed out on the videos I wanted to talk about the most with Scott, which was, I think you guys went ahead and did them.
We did a little bit, and it's going to be included in the edit of that episode. But the best part about it is Scott's actual like live reaction, because as you see in the video, he gets up, leaves the room for a little bit while the video was playing, and comes back, puts his headphones on, and the other guys, they had already heard and seen everything. So this is like on a replay of the clip. But when he comes back, he sits down and hears the EVP with no context of
there were several
what was going on.
that one.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was really glad that they brought Tom. I think you've talked to him. We're going to have Tom back on.
Yeah.
Just because his knowledge and stuff was just really cool to kind of get his insight on some things. And I think we're going to kind of have him on. And there was always a show that I thought about doing before we launched Kind of Creepy. There was a show I always thought would be a fun kind of show that was all about looking into can we prove paranormal? Like, can we actually get, and that's kind of what we try to do here sometimes, where it's like, can we find all the information behind this clip?
Yeah.
And can we prove it by not being able to disprove it? So I think having people on that know a lot about what's going on in the background is interesting, because we put on that clip before, actually, when I got kicked out of the show. The clip we were watching, we all caught something that I hadn't caught previously. And so I think that's really interesting. And sometimes that's what it takes. Are we saying that debunks the whole thing? No, we don't really know if it was clipped or why it was clipped, or it does kind of make me wonder, though.
Yeah.
If so the problem with today's are things like TikTok and stuff. There are entire groups of people that 100% fake these things on purpose. And they do it not even lying to people, because it gets views and it gets attention, and they make kind of fake ghost videos. And so you kind of wonder, like, how many people are being legit over there, because you make money if people watch your stuff. We're not making money because nobody watches our stuff, and you guys should.
You should.
Watch
It'd be really cool if you did.
I don't know if Matt added this stuff in with them or not. So if in case he didn't or he needs it, guys, you need to subscribe to our show. You need to hit the subscribe button right now. You go down there and you hit subscribe, because if you don't, I actually put that clip in the it's in the drive now, so you can add it in the shows if you want to.
Put some down there.
If you don't subscribe, guys, there's a good chance all your power will go out and you will be haunted by a ghost forever.
Yeah.
Probably
if you don't share it, with at least 3 of your friends, you're gonna have bad luck for the next year. So,
which also probably won't happen.
Probably won't happen. But it could happen.
There's always
a chance. There's never a zero chance.
Right. So it won't probably.
No.
You'll probably be just fine, but it could.
And if you don't like this video, there's going to be a Sasquatch that comes through your back door and just destroys your kitchen.
Yeah.
So.
And we can't guarantee that will happen, but we can't
guarantee it won't.
So just be safe.
Yeah.
You may click like and it could
still
happen.
You know?
Probably, if that happens, it was going to happen no matter what, but we don't know.
Yeah.
So, and as of the recording of the video with those guys, Bob Gimlin was alive. So
we did actually do the research on that one. So,
but guys, we just kind of wanted to do a little outro just to kind of let you guys know what happened. So when Matt's doing his edit, this is the month of October for us, and we intend to have some really fun stuff. I don't know if this will be the first one we goes out in October.
We'll probably do the first one. Yeah,
so,
leading up to.
We have some really cool stuff coming, so please subscribe, guys. We love you guys. We think you guys are awesome. We get some fun comments sometimes in the Facebook group and everything else. So we really appreciate you guys. I think that's it, man. Let's go ahead and let them go on this one.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining. And I'm sorry I left you guys. So
yeah. Till next time.
I'm speaking to you from the beyond now. Oh, there we go. Keep It Creepy is flashing. Woo! Keep it creepy, guys.
Creepy.
This is kind of creepy. Goosebumps rising up my spine. This is kind of creepy.